Are you ready to get blasted to the future?
Yes, I am.
Good. Fasten your seatbelts because we are taking 2-for-1 trips with our next guests.
Great Scott! Good evening. This is Dr. Emmett Brown, and this is my time machine.
A time machine?
Back to the Future, the musical, is entering its second year on Broadway. The critically acclaimed show has played 1,000 performances and has been seen by more than 1 million people to date.
Is that all?
Just a million.
Without any further ado, please welcome the actors playing Marty and George McFly, Casey Likes and Evan Alexander Smith. Oh my God!
A cool entrance.
We tried.
Very cool
We
entrance.
tried our best. It's good to see you.
Hi.
Good
Great
to
to see you again.
Hi. You almost bonked your head on the board.
Oh my God!
happens everywhere I
How
go.
are you?
I'm 6'5". I always say my head is just made of like a steel plate at this point from like calloused slamming into door frames.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm glad we didn't bonk your head this morning.
Me too.
How are you guys doing?
Great.
Yeah?
This is my first thing with him, so this is great. This is my first interview that I've gotten to do with
How's
him.
he doing so far? Was he nervous?
He's really bad. He was sweating back there.
He was horrible.
He was he's freaking out right now.
A lot of hyperventilating.
He told our
crying.
producer he wanted a green Gatorade, 7 white roses,
Yes.
only blue M&Ms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did we comply with you?
I
We got
every
pretty close. I think it was
Yeah?
a blue Gatorade,
Oh,
which is
we messed
acceptable.
up on
It's an
that
nice
part.
flavor. No, it's fine.
I got all the rest of the M&Ms that they picked out.
It
There's like
happened.
little hairs from them.
Well,
yeah,
at least I
dirty.
cleaned it today. So
Oh, yeah.
You have that going for you. You have that going for you.
So you've been a part of the production since the beginning.
Yeah.
You just joined recently,
Yeah.
right? What is it like to join this cast? I mean, 1,000 shows. This is crazy.
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's like jumping onto a moving train. It's the show is incredible, and it's at like a 110 out of 100 all the time. It's so high octane. So starting up was a little disorienting. It was a lot to learn and a lot to catch up with. But luckily, the cast is just so incredible and so welcoming and generous and fun. It's been a great ride so far.
You didn't need that flux capacitor to like
Yeah.
skyrocket into success with this show, did you?
Oh, no. I mean, it's just all in the material that Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis wrote in '85, and it's incredible. It still holds up. It still is bringing new people to the theater. It is still introducing new families to the material. It's great. It's amazing to see a kid who's never seen the movie wear a vest, a red
Oh,
puffer
I love
vest.
that.
The
at
fans
stage
in
door.
the audience.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's got to be so trippy for you.
Oh yeah, it's wild. They say you're my first Marty McFly, so it's wild. And I'm like, well, you should probably go watch the other one now.
Well, speaking of the first Marty McFly, we had you on last year.
Yeah.
And you actually had the opportunity to speak to the original Marty
I did.
McFly.
I
Michael
did.
J. Fox, remind folks at home what that was like.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing, and I got to thank him for just like being who he is and being an advocate for health and all the things that he's been, other than just an amazing actor. And I remember when it was opening night, I asked him, do you have any advice? And he said, kick butt, and if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. And that is a line from the show.
Oh, well, obviously you both watched the movies prior to joining it. Did you kind of try to emulate the original George McFly, or did you want to make him your own?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit of both. I grew up with the movie. This was like the movie that was on TV every Sunday morning in our household. It was like my dad and I's sort of favorite thing together. And so I've had, Crispin Glover's voice in my head for, 30 years. So I think to some extent it would be impossible to try to erase that out and do something that completely ignored that. I think what we try to figure out is the balance between paying homage to these characters that we love, that audiences love, while also bringing as much of ourselves to it as we can. And I remember the first couple of nights at the stage door talking to people who had seen the show, who I always felt a little conflicted about. People would say, you do such a great George McFly, you do such a great imitation. And I think I wrestled with that for about a week because you don't want to feel like you're just doing a carbon copy of the film. But I think what I came to realize is that A, I'm not a very good impressionist. So I know that that's not necessarily true. But B, I think what people are really responding to is that we are reminding them of these characters that they love. So much so that they think it's the same thing, you know? And we're tapping into that nostalgia. And I think our love for those characters shines through and it helps key the audiences into it as well, you know?
Yeah.
It's very interesting about choosing or saying you're not an impersonator, right? And that I would imagine for an actor, that's like such a fine line to walk. Haven't seen you yet, but I will. What's remarkable about you is this is your regular speaking voice. Can you give us Marty's voice?
Oh, sure. What's your favorite line? Do you have one? You've seen it.
I'm going to do you one better.
Okay.
Read the script.
Oh, you got a script.
Wait, what? I mean, you could just read the copy we wrote.
Okay, great.
Read the copy. Best Marty McFly.
Oh, wow, Doc, are you ready to get blasted in the future? Fasten your seatbelt, because we're taking a 2-for-1 trip with our next guests.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's it.
All right, hold on. You're not getting off easy.
Oh,
Okay, you
gosh.
too. You can read.
How's George?
This is the first time I've had to do this on TV.
This is great.
Back to the Future, the musical, is entering its second year on Broadway. The critically acclaimed West End production has played 1,000 performances.
That's great.
And has been seen by more than 1 million people to date.
Really
Who
good.
do we need to call to get the script changed so we can ask?
Good. Also, I just saw myself in the monitor. I feel like I do need to sit up here to match his height. So I will be spending the rest of the interview up here. Thank you.
Now we can finish the This is the best part of the. This is the best part of the segment.
Too much.
We have a quick game of how well you know each other.
Yeah.
How well we know each other? Oh, great.
Okay.
He just joined.
Well.
Okay,
bad for
well,
luck.
I'll figure it out.
Who takes longer to get ready?
Oh.
Well, you start later in the show, but I don't know if you know much about my timeliness to places. So I think me.
Okay, how long do you take to get ready?
I mean, I start at 45 till.
Okay.
And I have to be, I'm in the first scene, but I feel like every time I come to your room, you're ready.
Yeah. I mean, I just like slick my hair back with oil and throw old age makeup on. So.
Well, but that's a lot to do, and also your outfit.
Yeah.
I don't have my costume until 5 before.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like they're getting to know each other. We're like playing the dating game.
Yeah,
I like
actually,
this.
yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice chatting with you guys.
How are you?
Who's the messiest?
I'm pretty neat.
Yeah, you're pretty
I take
clean.
that
Probably
dressing
me.
room very seriously.
Yeah, probably
I make
me.
it like my second apartment, and
So do I, but my apartment's dirty, so so that's probably me.
Okay, well, who's the most? This is going to be a tough one for the both of you, I think. Who's the most dramatic?
Nothing.
It's a tie.
Having nothing to do with those stares that they
I don't
just
know,
gave
he's
each other.
Canadian, so he's just like, he's kind about it all, but I think he's hiding deep demons. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Here.
So I think probably him.
I just drown it in maple syrup.
Yes.
You are so funny.
Thank you both so much.
Oh, great. Thanks for having
It's
us.
been a
Pleasure being
real,
here.
real treat. Continued success. She's
Congrats.
never been, so she's
I'm
going to go.
going.
And bring
Oh,
her
great.
with
With my kids.
Yeah.
Come
Oh my
see
gosh,
us.
let me know when
We
you're
got
there.
Broadway
Oh,
week
we
coming
will.
up. We got 2-for-1 tickets. There's
Yeah.
tickets for everybody.
Tickets
Yeah.
for all the people.
All right, all on
So
them.
much, yeah,
All
all
right.
of them. Back to the Future is now playing at the Winter Garden Theater. You can get your tickets at backtothefuturemusical.com. And the 2-for-1 coming up Broadway week.
Yeah, big time.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Coming up.